I see you. Hi guys, so today we're in Glasnevin. That is Daniel O'Connell's final resting place. And what we're going to do is take a wander around, have a look at some monuments, mausoleums. And once again, Dublin is at least dry today, but it is certainly very, very windy. Let's just start here, because this is beautiful. Michael Meade died in 1886, aged 72, and of his wife Bridget Meade. She was 65 when she died in 1886. It's the family vault. So Michael Meade was a Dublin building contractor. He married Mary Ann in or around 1837. And then Mary died around 1849 and Michael actually married Bridget Ashe in 1850. Just see that the place itself is absolutely amazing. David Ashe Meade is here as well. He was only 26 when he passed. And John Francis, he was also 26 when he passed. Francis Bernard Meade, also 26 when he passed. 1882 for Francis. So this is the Sergison Memorial, and I hope I've pronounced that correctly. As you walk into Glasnevin, it is on your left. It's just a beautiful memorial. We have a lady and she's holding a gentleman in her arms as he looks up to her. Just a very, very beautiful monument there. So let's just take a closer eye at the detail in here. We have an angel. The Archbishop is laid out on some beautiful cushions. The detail of his robes. Absolutely stunning. Actually, this area alone is dedicated to reverence. Now, Irish Eyes did cover this area with more detail than I did. So if you want to check out his channel, I will link that in the description box below. But just over here, this one is just outstanding in every sense. The amount of details from the top, where on the roof we have 4 angels. There they are, just beneath that cross, the detailing under the little roof area, the arches, the marble pillars. And this is actually for His Eminence Edward Cardinal MacCabe, February 1885, Archbishop of Dublin and Primate of Ireland. So he was Roman Catholic Archbishop of Dublin from 1879. He was made a cardinal in 1882, and he was unsympathetic to nationalistic politics and on occasion had to be given police protection. Now, you just have a look at the detail of his robes, the detail to his face. There's angels flanking him. One, unfortunately, has lost her head. To me, it was lifelike. In size, you can see the robes there. There was texture to them, down to the slippers on his feet. The whole inside is highly decorated in those Celtic designs. We've marble pillars. We have the faces of the apostles all the way around inside the memorial. And even down to the floor, we have like a mosaic style. With again the Celtic design, we have angels there as well. It was just beautiful. If it gets to the stage that it's just, too hard to hear me, I'll just do a talk over and edit. So if that's what happens, so be it. But look at that. Daniel O'Connell. So this is Dr. Thomas Addis Emmet, born in Virginia, USA, 1826 and died the 1st of March 1919, aged 92. He was the son of Dr. John Patton Emmet and the grandson of Thomas Addis Emmet. He was a distinguished physician and medical writer. After his death in New York, his remains were temporarily placed in his vault in White Plains until suitable arrangements could be made for his burial here at Glasnevin Cemetery in Dublin. I thought it was interesting with the mention of Virginia and the fact he died in New York. The detail on that is just outstanding. Be able to have a peep inside. Look at that. Poland, 1871. The sun has come out, guys, but it is very, very cold. My hands are frozen. Just look what we have here. How gorgeous. William Dargan, 1867. Elizabeth, beloved wife, James Nelson, 1893. James Joseph Cunningham, Esquire, 1890. The detail there on that cross. In commemoration of those members of the battalion who gave their lives during the mutiny and subsequently for Irish freedom. And you can see there all those names. James Joseph Daly executed, Peter Sears shot during mutiny, Patrick Smith shot during mutiny, John died in prison, Michael Carey, who died after release. And you can pause the video at any stage to take the time to read the names. Now we have another memorial here, and this is to the memory of the gallant patriots who died on hunger strike for national freedom. At the top it reads, "It is not those who can inflict the most, but those who can suffer the most, who will conquer." So we have 1917 Thomas Ashe, 1920 Michael Fitzgerald, Joseph Murphy, Terence McSweeney. 1923 then we have my own cousin Joseph Whitty. As I said, you can pause the video at any time to read all those names. Then in 1981 we have Bobby Sands, Francis Hughes, Ray Patsy, Joe MacDonald, Martin Hurson, Kevin Lynch, Kieran Thomas, and you know, once again, take the time to read the names. As I said, this is those who have lost their lives during hunger strike. For national freedom. So many more names just here. And if I go too quick, guys, you can always just pause the video and read it. Larkin, a son there who died in infancy in 1939 and is buried elsewhere. Her beloved mother Annie, 1950, and Annie herself in 1970. James Larkin, the Labour leader, 1947. Lots of gorgeous wreaths there. All in Irish. I'll have to get back into the Irish language. It's not something I know a lot of. I know a small bit, and it's such a shame when you're walking through Irish history like this that I just don't know enough. Now, I'm just trying to give you all a view. Wow, look at that. Little baubles on it. That is beautiful. Margaret Josephine, the dearly beloved daughter of Richard Bulger, 1871, 7 years old. Just here on the ground, Lieutenant Colonel W.M. O'Connor, Royal Army Medical Corps, 1916 to 21st of January. Oh, this place just goes on and on. It's absolutely amazing. There's some fantastic monuments. I'm going to bring you up to this one here. Just to walk through and give you an idea of the beauty of Glasnevin. Look at this one. So it's in memory of Alderman John Reynolds JP, August 1868, age 73. The writing is quite hard to read. Maybe you'll be able to read that there. And that fantastic burial place there of Daniel O'Connell. Another beautiful high cross there. Just take the beauty in of all these stunning memorials. Look at that one. The detail there, right down to his shoes. Reverend D.W. Cahill. Died at Boston, USA, 1864. Some more gorgeous designs in memory of Sir John Cray, MD MP, 1875, erected by his loving wife. He is not dead. He is not dead. Sleep it. Now you have an opportunity to go inside that fantastic memorial and climb the tower. Now I don't think I'm brave enough to do that, but it would give some spectacular views of Glasnevin, I'm sure. But we'll see if I get the courage to do so. So this is Michael Collins, Irish revolutionary. He became a member of the Republican Brotherhood and the Supreme Council. He fought in the Easter Rising of 1916. He also was the head of intelligence during the Anglo-Irish War, raising money and organising arms supplies. He was one of the principal negotiators of the Anglo-Irish Treaty, Commander-in-Chief of the Irish government forces during the subsequent Irish Civil War. Michael died in action in 1922, aged just 31, when his column was ambushed by the anti-government forces. So this area is known as the Republican Plot. And first we will just stop at Cahill Brugha's headstone. He was a Republican politician who served as Minister of Defence. And then we are just going to go up to the headstone of Thomas Ashe. Thomas was one of the men who died during the hunger strikes. Padder Kearney is here as well. He was a personal friend of Michael Collins. And also remembered here is Percy Frederick Beasley, and he wrote Irish poetry. So unfortunately we are not allowed to film inside Daniel O'Connell's crypt. When Daniel was dying, he told family and friends of his wishes. My heart to Rome, my body to Ireland, and my soul to heaven. They took it literally in words, and his body is here in Glasnevin. His heart is in Rome, and his soul, please God, is in heaven. Now we've just seen there some coffins of close family members of Daniel. That there we just looked at is actually his coffin, and you can kind of peep through the tomb and you can touch the coffin as well. It's supposed to bring you good luck, I believe. And it is a beautiful crypt, highly decorated, but unfortunately, as I said, I've just put in photos rather than film. So Glasnevin Cemetery actually owes its origins to Daniel O'Connell. As part of his work to advance the rights of Catholics, he established the Dublin Cemeteries Committee in 1828 to provide dignified burial space for those of all religions and none. But Daniel was a politician and a campaigner for radical policies and the rights of Roman Catholics. He was elected MP for Clare in 1828, forcing the government to allow Catholics to sit in Parliament. He founded the Repeal Association in 1840. He became Lord Mayor in 1841. He was arrested in 1843 for conspiracy, but his sentence was annulled by the House of Lords in 1844. His influence waned, and he actually died on pilgrimage to Rome in 1847, aged 71. So we've just left Daniel O'Connell's final resting place, and we're just taking a walk around just the outskirts of Daniel's crypt, and you can see just all these beautiful, beautiful doors and the monuments above them. I think they're all going to be more or less the same, those iron
bars behind the doors. So all of these here would have known Daniel O'Connell. They would have been close friends, and their monuments are just above each door, as we've seen, just all up along here. We have already spoke and seen the monuments. So it seems to me that behind each door is like a railing. Yeah. And all numbered. All the very same, really, but all, as I said, those beautiful monuments, they're all buried directly below. They would have had a lot of money to have been able to get buried. Horgan, Martin, that is the final resting place of Daniel O'Connell. I mean, you do have to pay to get in. You're not allowed to video the tour. The tour is an hour and a half approximately, but we just don't have time today to do the whole tour, so I'm just glad to get in and touch his coffin and then come back out along and show you some more beautiful memorials. Joseph M. Meade, absolutely stunning. Dennis Guiney, 1938, look at this one. The family burial place of Timothy Joseph Brennan. Mary Ellen is here as well, 1896. That's lovely, a marble cross there. James Brady, lovely marble again, 1879. And this one, look at this, wow, this is gorgeous. Family grave of the family grave of J.C. Mooney. Isn't that fantastic? We have a bird there. It says Pax up at the top. Flowers draped across the cross. We have an anchor, a wreath, ferns, flowers, and some shamrocks. Now I'm just going to step over here. We've also got urns here. $18.91 for James. Look at that for detail. Now you may have seen Irish eyes there. Going around the mausoleums or the crypts. He's off doing his own little video. And in a lot of this video I'm just going to be silent and let you take in the beauty of Glasnevin Cemetery. Nano Moore, 1912, Thomas Levens, 1937, and Florence, 1958. Mary Power, 1929, and John Power, 1934. Just along that far wall there, where you see that group, that's the tour. That's all a columbarium. Look at this. What a beautiful statue. Michael G. Curran, 1899. And of his wife Susanna, 1916. My dear husband Michael O'Reilly, 1899, and of my son Reverend Joseph C. O'Reilly, 1925, Anne O'Reilly, 1926. Just here to my left is Garden of Remembrance. Dr. Joseph E.T. Kenny, a faithful friend of Charles S. Parnell, died 1900, age 55. And just an idea on how large Glasnevin actually is. In remembrance of the O'Brien family. That is gorgeous, hand painted. So I've come to Glasnevin with kind of a backpack to carry my bits and pieces, and it's been a saviour to carry everything around it. Antonio Tony Cafola, Bridget Brid Cafola. Antonio's 1968 and Bridget 1979. Now I've spotted something across here, and you might note as well on some of the memorials there are signs. Born and died the 28th of October 1995, cherished and loved always. Rest in peace, boys. So sad. You can see the sky has turned quite dark. Look at this, wow. Merciful Jesus, eternal repose to the souls of Anne McCabe, 1908, aged 71, and also her devoted husband Michael, 1908, aged 80, their daughter Mary, 1885, she was 15 only. What a beautiful memorial. On a different path now.
So a little history on Glasnevin Cemetery. It was opened in 1832 as a non-denominational graveyard, the first of its kind in Ireland, and is the lasting place of some 1.5 million people.
Imagine this being your daily walk through the cemetery, and a lot of people do that.
Since the first burial on the 22nd of February 1832, Glasnevin's authorities have maintained a register of every single burial in the cemetery.
Family tomb of James White. Seems that the window has broken. Unfortunately, it's on the ground there. Fault of Thomas Kehoe, Esquire.
The cemetery was designed to be a garden cemetery, a style which had become fashionable since Père Lachaise opened in Paris in 1804. As such, the initial land area of 9 acres, now 128 acres, was carefully laid out rather than being allowed to evolve naturally, as most graveyards around churches have done. While its principal objective was to bury people, it was also designed to be a place to wander around and enjoy all the sculptures and monuments.
Number 1, Lynch, 1842. Now, I probably won't know until edit if there's anything to be seen. Sacred to the memory of Cornelius Crotty, Esquire, 72, when he passed in 1841. Alice Stewart Crotty as well, 1858, age 72. And over the door, 1841, Crotty, and that there then would be his monument. Family vault of Henry Brown, 1843. Number 4, T. Byrne, 1841. Beautiful rails behind the door. number 7, number 8, 1845 on it. And then beautiful monuments. Family vault of Joseph Doyle, Esquire, 1862. Wow, this is just, how cool is this? Wow. Oh guys, look at that. Wait now. That is gorgeous. These little altars set up in these beautiful, beautiful crypts or mausoleums. Wow. And of course we've had someone vandalise, which is a shame. Elizabeth, 1874, in her 44th year. Railings behind that. We have these little walkways then underneath. You can see some coffins. Wreaths left here still. Is it an active vault maybe? Rabbit family. Look at his monument just above. James O'Keefe, 1878, age 79. Look at this one. The monument above number 40. Oliver Nulty and family. Rocca family. This just goes on and on and on. I see monuments everywhere, left and right. You can see a bit of a sun shower. Look at this. The little window at the back is gone, but it's over. Number 55, excuse me. Some of these vaults have little altars set up. Delaney, Kehoe, Vault of Cornelius McLaughlin, Family Vault, Seawood. Darcy, and we are back to where we started. Are all sealed up. Just where to go, guys. Maybe a quick walk. All the monuments above the vaults. Of the vaults that we were underground there, just walking around. And most of them have a monument above. Wow, look at this one. John Donegan. I mean, the day is beautiful in between the showers. If that wind would just die down.
This says children of James and Elizabeth Spring. We've Thomas, Charles, Edward and Jane Mary. So 4 children buried underneath that beautiful monument. Very, very sad. Mic in my pocket. It's just so windy. Oh, look at that. She's almost dissolved completely with weather and with time. Thomas Ryan, 1874, age 74. See how large Glasnevin is. This is only some of it, and they say there's more buried underground than there are that live above. Imagine. Of course, Daniel O'Connell, that beautiful monument, he is the man that set up this cemetery for all religions and those of none. Annie Lorenzo Heary, 1899, aged just 10 months old, and of her beloved sister Bridget Bridie Heary, 1919, aged just 24, and their beloved father Matthew Heary, 1921, age 63, rest in peace. Annie Lorenzo Heary was only 10 months old in 1899 and her sister just 24. Such sadness. And just behind them, John Kelly, age 61, and he passed in 1889, and his wife Bridget is here as well. It's just unfortunate. What a fantastic, beautiful day. I don't mind the rain showers, it's just the wind. Just ruins everything for everybody, and I do apologise, and I know there's nothing I can do, but I'm just giving you an idea of a walk around Glasnevin. Just taking it all in, I should say, reading some headstones, some magnificent monuments just off the path here.
wind are, you know, that strong that they're blowing the gimbal, shaking it. And as I said, unfortunate. But I really hope you are enjoying our little walk around Glasnevin and looking at some amazing stones, monuments, tombs, vaults. Margaret, 1860. That beautiful. Very unique. Looks like William. Can't read the date. This looks like Doyle, Mary Doyle. Not sure of the date. Thanks for watching, guys. Glasnevin is stunning. Worth a visit. Worth the wind. Catherine Duggan, 1945, and her husband James, 1979. Look at that. Is she a nun? She's rosary beads. Like a habit, maybe she's wearing, maybe it is a nun, is it? Take care, guys. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.